Not in your imagination, not in your dreams, in reality, not by chance but by decree, by divine will. Do you feel something moving inside you? A gentle restlessness, an inexplicable expectation, a strange calm in your heart, as if something great were about to happen. You're not crazy. You're not imagining it. When Allah wants to unite two souls, the signs are unmistakable. He begins to reorganize your life, your heart, your surroundings, and your energy. He aligns the invisible before exposing you to the visible. And often, this change happens just before the right person enters your life. In this video, I'm going to reveal 5 powerful things that happen when Allah wants you to get married. And that person is about to enter your life. And believe me, if you feel even one of these signs, someone is coming. And it comes quickly. 1. The inner restlessness that comes from the soul. When Allah wants to unite you with the right person, He begins by removing you from everything that is false, not brutally, but gently, silently, spiritually. It's a kind of restlessness, but it's not chaos. It's not panic. It's like a shiver in your soul, an inner vibration that can't be explained with words, but that follows you everywhere. You walk, you breathe, you eat. But deep down, you feel something brewing, something you can't control, but that your heart already recognizes. It's as if a light awakens in a corner of your being. Before, you ran after people who didn't see you. You looked for love in places that hadn't been blessed. You wanted to be chosen, desired, loved, but now all that seems distant, almost useless. Not because you no longer need love, but because you've understood that the love you seek doesn't come from human hands. It descends from the sky. You've understood that the human heart is not made to be fulfilled by humans, but by the will of Allah. And that's when everything begins to change. You didn't see it coming, but suddenly your heart becomes silent. Not empty, not sad, just silent, waiting. As if it knew the wait is almost over. You're no longer searching, but you're ready. This is the phase which many ignore, but which is the first true sign. Allah is preparing you. He is cleansing your inner self. He is gently removing the debris of old wounds. He is reorganizing your thoughts. He shatters the illusion that you have to force love. He teaches you something essential. Goodness is not pursued, it is received. And your soul begins to reposition itself. It realigns. What you called emptiness wasn't a lack. It was the space that Allah was clearing to welcome what He had planned. Do you sometimes feel alone? That's normal. Because it is in solitude that the soul hears. It is in silence that the soul perceives what the ears cannot hear. Divine preparation. Do you sometimes feel tired of people? Do you feel a strange detachment even toward those you loved so much? It's because your energy is being redirected. Allah is gently extracting you from the bonds that were not for you, to envelop you in the one who will bear your name in the invocations. And the more at peace you feel, the more you know. It's not a light peace. It's a heavy, deep peace. A peace that doesn't come from words, but from the certainty that something invisible is already in motion. You don't know where, when, or how, but you know that this time you won't be the one begging. You won't be the one clinging to what is crumbling. You won't be the one giving everything to receive crumbs. You will be the one we've been waiting for. And this strange restlessness you feel, this gentle but constant energy in your heart, is your soul's call to your destiny. Your soul recognizes that something is on its way, and that something is someone. Allah does not create a need without creating the answer. And if He has allowed you to feel this inner turmoil today, it is not to lead you astray. It is because the heart meant for you is already beating for you. 2. The sudden removal of distractions. You don't understand what's happening, do you? Overnight, people drift apart. Some vanish like smoke, others become distant, cold, even unrecognizable. And then, you ask yourself 1,000 questions. You think you've done something wrong. You doubt yourself. You want to pick up the pieces, understand, repair. But everything fails. Bonds break without warning. And you ask yourself, why now? Why all of a sudden? So listen carefully. When Allah wants to unite you with the right person, He starts by clearing the air, not a small cleanup, a total cleansing, a powerful erasure of everything that no longer corresponds to what you will become. You think you're losing, but in reality, you're being protected. The unclear relationships, over. The directionless situationships, cut short. Even those little attractions that stirred your heart but never calmed you, poof, gone. And it's no coincidence. Allah doesn't mix you up. He doesn't pour pure water into a dirty container. He doesn't let confusion inhabit the same space as His will. So, He takes you away. He snatches you away. He sets you apart. Because He's about to send someone real, pure, destined. And that person has no place in a shared heart. That's why everything is falling apart. It's not you who's being rejected. This is the false scenery that Allah is dismantling to install the true picture. What you see as a void is actually a preparation, a space being freed. You see the absence, but Allah sees the arrival, and the arrival is always prepared in silence. Look around you. The friends with whom you used to have pointless discussions, you distance yourself from them. The distractions that occupied you just to fill a void, you no longer find any appeal in them. Even the old messages that you had trouble deleting, you delete them with a click, without emotion. It's not a loss. It's a positioning. Allah is aligning you. When someone you thought was indispensable turns their back on you without explanation, don't cry. Smile inwardly. Tell yourself something authentic is coming. Because believe me, Allah never closes a door without first preparing the one that will open. And the one that will open is heavy. It's the door of commitment, of stability, of peace. Not the little flashes in the pan that set you alight for a week and then leave you extinguished for months. Number what you feel right now, this silence around you, this emptiness tightening in your chest, this strange loneliness, is not the end. It's the calm just before delivery. Do you think you'll be forgotten? Think again. You're being singled out. Allah doesn't send the person of your destiny into a heart in disarray. He removes everything that isn't useful, everything that weighed you down, so that you are light, available, ready. Do you think you're alone? You are isolated to be revealed, because the person who arrives will have nothing to do with what you have known. And to welcome them, you must be new, free, whole, present. So today, instead of lamenting those who have left you, give thanks. Breathe. Prepare yourself. Because the next person won't just be a passing visitor. They will be the right one. And they'll arrive faster than you think. 3. Divine synchronicity. Signs that multiply. There are things you can't explain. You look at your screen and you see his first name again. You go out for an errand and someone talks about marriage again. You scroll through a video and someone says exactly what you're experiencing, word for word, as if someone is watching you from the inside. And you wonder, is this just a coincidence? This is what we call divine synchronicity. Allah doesn't always speak with words. He also speaks with signs. And when He wants to guide you, He creates invisible connections between events, thoughts, emotions, subtle threads that only an awakened heart can feel. It's no coincidence that you feel this strange sensation that something is approaching. It's not your imagination. It's your soul that perceives what your mind hasn't yet understood. You may be going through a period of doubt. You're waiting. And then, these signs. Again and again, always at the right time. Always when you're on the verge of giving up. What if I told you that these aren't coincidences, but heavenly winks? When Allah wants to show you that your destiny is in motion, He uses subtle languages. Not always loud, but powerful. A song in a taxi that says exactly what you're feeling. A random notification telling you about an upcoming wedding. A person saying a name you keep seeing in your thoughts. And the more you try to ignore them, the more insistent the signs become. Why? Because Allah wants to capture your attention, not to make you dream, but to prepare you, to awaken you to an invisible yet active reality. You are moving towards someone, and this someone is also moving towards you. This is not a coincidence. This is a spiritual resonance. When two souls are called to meet, the entire universe seems to conspire to create bridges, and Allah orchestrates this symphony without error. Did you think it was you who clicked on this video? Did you think it was an algorithmic suggestion? Number, it's a rendezvous, a silent reminder that you are not alone, that someone is already on the way, and the signs are there so you don't get lost along the way. So instead of rationalizing everything, start observing. Observe the patterns, the repetitions, the names, the words, the dreams, the intuitions you feel for no reason. Sometimes Allah doesn't give you the answer immediately, but He gives you lit lamps all along the way, and every sign, however small, is a lamp. A discrete proof that the plan is moving forward, that the meeting is getting closer. But be careful. These signs are not there to obsess you. They are not there for you to idolize. They are there to keep you at peace, so that you don't lose hope when the silence continues. Because Allah knows that waiting can be difficult, so He speaks to you through the world around you. He surrounds you with clues, like a writer hiding messages in each chapter of your story. The name you see everywhere, the number you repeat without meaning to, the dream that comes back again and again. These are not coincidences. They are keys. And if you hold them with faith, they will open a door you've never crossed. A door that leads to the person your soul has been waiting for without knowing how to wait. Keep walking, keep watching, but above all, keep believing. Because the more the signs multiply, the more you must know that the moment is approaching. Someone is coming, and this someone, he or she too sees signs. There are two of you, approaching each other without knowing it. The mystery has only just begun. 4. You enter a new version of yourself. There comes a time in your journey when you look in the mirror, and you no longer recognize yourself. You are no longer who you were. You no longer think the same way. You no longer feel the same things. Your priorities change. Your heart calms down. Your mind opens. And this is no accident. When Allah prepares your heart to meet the person destined for you, He doesn't start by introducing them to you. He starts by transforming you. It's not sudden, it's subtle. You notice that you no longer crave the same distractions, that your soul naturally rejects what was once normal for you. And it's not that you become perfect, it's that you become aligned. Allah doesn't unite you with just anyone. He unites you with someone who is connected to your mission. And for that, you must become the version of yourself capable of carrying this responsibility. It's not just a relationship, it's a sacred contract. It's a covenant with a purpose. So you become more demanding of yourself. You no longer simply want to be loved. You want to deserve this love that comes from the divine. You want to embody maturity, faith, and peace. Not to impress,
but because your heart pushes you to rise. And sometimes this rise hurts. You lose habits, people, reflexes. You experience trials that force you to dig deep within yourself. But every pain is a brick. Every solitude is a preparation. Every frustration is a mirror. And you understand that you're not preparing for a simple romantic story. You're preparing for a sacred union. This new version of yourself isn't a facade. It's an inner construction. You begin to pray with more presence. You take care of your body, your mind, your environment. You sort through your thoughts. You sort through your surroundings. And the more you move forward, the more you feel that something within you is becoming solid. It's not ego, it's clarity. You no longer want to attract through fear. You want to attract through light, through stability, through faith. You no longer wait for someone to complete you. You become complete in Allah, to share your completeness. It's not that you've stopped wanting. It's that your wanting has become purified. You no longer need someone to come and save you, because Allah has already saved you by elevating you, and now you want to love differently. Not a superficial love, not a conditional love, but a love that leads to spiritual closeness, a love that reminds you of your true destination, the afterlife. What you seek is no longer fleeting affection. It's a companion in faith. Someone who, when you look at them, makes you feel grateful to your Creator. Someone who helps you stand tall. Someone who walks with you, hand in hand, towards eternity. And to welcome this kind of soul, you must become ready, not perfect, but internally available, present, anchored in your identity, in your faith, in your calm. And you feel like you're getting there. Every time you say no to what was distracting you, every time you choose authenticity, every time you get back up after a fall, you're getting closer. You don't always realize it, but the universe is watching you grow, and Allah witnesses every silent transformation. People may not see the new version of you, but the spiritual world has already recognized it. And that's why soon, the person you're waiting for will recognize you too.
5. The invocations become more intense and more listened to. There are times when you don't even speak with your mouth. It's your heart that prays, silently, powerfully, desperately. And without even realizing it, your invocations become deeper, more specific, more aligned. You no longer pray just not to be alone. You pray to receive the one who will bring you closer to Allah. You say, Ya Rab, send me someone who will help me preserve my faith, someone who will be a mercy to my heart and a support to my soul, someone pious, sincere, true. And at that moment, something changes. You feel the connection stronger. You feel your prayers rising, as if they pierce the heavens, as if they touched a celestial space you had never reached before. That is sincerity. It is not the quantity of words. It is the depth of intention. It is the intimacy of the heart that whispers to its Lord with trust and vulnerability. And when this connection is created, you are no longer afraid. You are no longer impatient. You enter a gentle, almost supernatural peace, as if your soul knew something was coming, something beautiful, something great. It is not about repeating the same dua 100 times automatically. It is about pouring your whole heart into a call and feeling that every word has been heard, even those you did not utter. Allah hears what the tongue cannot say. Allah knows what your heart silently hopes for, and sometimes He gives you answers before you even understand what you asked. You see signs, you receive reminders, you meet people who tell you exactly what you just prayed for. You come across verses, videos, phrases that resonate too strongly to be accidental. It is the divine language, subtle, invisible, but powerful. And the more sincerely you pray, the more you feel the heavens moving, not with noise, but with perfect orchestration, a synchronization beyond your understanding. You sense the answer is on its way. It may not be making a sound, it may not be knocking at your door yet, but it already exists in the invisible. And sometimes Allah delays just a little, not to hurt you, but so that your dua transforms you before transforming your life. Because what you ask for is immense. What you ask for is not ordinary. What you ask for requires a heart ready to receive it. So He prepares you through patience. He purifies your intention. He refines your vision. And when you are ready, you will understand why He didn't say yes right away. Because He meant better. And in this waiting, you do not weaken. You become strong, because each dua is a spiritual muscle. Each dua is a proof of love. Each dua brings you closer to the one who has never stopped listening to you. Do you want a love that leads to Jannah? Then start by cultivating a deep bond with the one who invites you to it. And the more you feel the urge to pray, the more it is a sign. For he or she who prays a lot is heard more than you believe. Never doubt the effectiveness of your du'as. The tears you have shed, Allah has counted them. The nights you raised your hands, He remembers them. The beating of your heart when you said, Ya Allah, I trust you, are engraved in the invisible. And that weight you feel within you, that thrill when you invoke, that feeling that something is happening, it is not imagination. It's a reflection of a world you don't yet see, but which is already working for you. You felt it, didn't you? That thrill, that strange sensation in your heart as you listened, as if each word touched a part of you that you had never truly understood until now. It's no coincidence. Allah never lets your heart beat without reason. He prepares you. He awakens you. He gives you clear signs, but you still have to be ready to hear them. So if you've recognized these signs within yourself, don't ignore them. Respond. Act. Prepare yourself. And above all, stay connected to Allah. For He is the one who holds the timing. He is the one who orchestrates the encounters. And when the moment arrives, nothing and no one can prevent it. Share this video with someone who needs this reminder. Like, comment, save it. Because sometimes, the answer you're waiting for is hidden in what you dare to revisit. And if your heart has felt even a single vibration, it may be the beginning of a love written by Allah Himself. Allah